Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Social Restorations TV. Today we are continuing our domestic violence awareness series with a topic that many people always ignore. How violent in a home affects children. Many people would say that children did not see, they have not heard, you know, but these are the children who would feel it within their hearts, you know. They will not say it out. They will not, you know. These children, they know what goes between their mother and their father, by the way. They know it. So let us break the silent emotional wounds children carry, you know. One, children becomes fearful and nervous. When children grow up in a violent home, they will live in fear, by the way. They will live in fear. These are the children, they will watch, they will listen to everything, you know. Some will not see, but others will see. This will create nervousness. Don't tell me that these children will not live in fear. They will, you know. They will live in a constant feelings of danger, you know. And this child always will, you know, will be in a state of fear instead of having a safety mind, you know. I've witnessed this, by the way. I've witnessed it. At least I grew up from a camp, you know. I have seen neighbors. I have seen what my friends we used to play balls with. We used to play those funny games with. They will always share. They used to share that. mm, One of my friend, when they like, when I called her, hey, my friend, would you come and play with me? And she was like, no, no, I'm worried about my mother. Because last night my dad beat her brutally, you know. She was a little girl. I could remember she was 5 years old, something like that, you know. Because me, I was also young. I could remember that. I could remember what my friend told me about the torture her father always do to her mother. This was bad. And the trauma that lasts into adulthood, you know, many children still carry the scars of what they saw as children, you know. I've taken long without seeing this friend of mine. I don't know where she is because we used to live in IDP camp of Pabo. We used to live in the camp. So um, we really departed, you know. I came from a different village. She also comes from a different village. So I don't know where she is, but I believe this little girl or this young lady, she's going through depressions. She has a fear for marriage, you know. I believe even she's handling her marriage with fear, you know. And this trauma will also lead to loss of esteem, by the way. mm, Emotional instability, and the childhood trauma does not disappear. mm, it doesn't, because I would imagine how, you know, this girl, she would react once her father beat her mom. You know, she would also cry. She would cry. I believe this girl, she's not healed. She's not, because the crying was too much, you know. And also living in the IDP camp, I have learned so many things because, you know, some some people may think violence is normal. Some would think that it is normal. And the children, they learn what they see from their parents. If they watch their father beating their mother, when they grow up, they will believe that this is how men behave, this is how marriage works, and then women must be controlled. I believe other men who are beating their wives at the moment, they must have learned it from their fathers, by the way, and the boys will grow up aggressively, and vice versa. A girl will grow up thinking or accepting abusive relationship, by the way. This is funny. This is funny. A girl will accept to be in a messy, abusive relationship simply because when her father was torturing her mother, the mother did not leave. She tolerated it. She endured, Because an African woman is taught from childhood that she must stay in her marriage, even if she's facing so many abuses. She must stay. So this girl will also grow up and accept to be in a messy relationship. And the next one is always these children have poor performance in school. A child who lives in a violent home will have the spirit of confusions. She's always confused, She lives in a fear, and she's worrying about her mother, She will go to school thinking of her mother back home, how her father would torture her, By the way, children, they make conversations among themselves, They would also share with friends, We have experienced these things, by the way. And always these children, they will not go far with their educations, by the way. Let me tell you, my audience, violence cause poor performance, and it spoils the educational destiny for our children. If you want your child to study, please stay off violence. Stay off, because your child will not study because of what you are trying to create to them, So I've learned so many things, by the way. Growing in the camp has taught me so many things, A violent home creates a broken heart. We have witnessed this, we have seen, It creates broken confidence. These children, they are not confident of themselves, by the way. A child who deserves to be loved, but she's not. She lives in a fear. She deserves a safety environment, not a nightmare. Please, people, thank you for watching this today. I felt this topic really within me. I felt it. So let us share, let us save it, let us subscribe and comment, Let's support our children. Let us love them. Let's find a safety environment for them. Let's talk positively to our children. This issue of the spreading of of child abuse, child negligence. It comes as a result of domestic violence, by the way. A woman will leave her child because of domestic violence. Thank you. I love you all. Stay blessed.